Hey everybody, Nick here, and well, it's that wonderful and terrible time of the month where, well, a total piece of crap is delivered to me at an incredibly inflated price. This is a box from a Knife of the Month club sort of thing. I'm not going to publicize the company name because, well, they send out crappy knives and you shouldn't sign up. But good God, is this going to be good? Well, I hope so. I have not actually seen the inside of this box yet. I put the stickers on there so I wouldn't be advertising for these folks, and, right here, this is going to be the very first time that I've opened this guy up. I hope everybody's doing wonderful here this evening. I'm seeing you guys all over the, holy crap, 137 people already. Well, I guess I don't have to kill any more time here. But anyway, so let's go on ahead and pop open this month's box. Oh, crap. Ay, 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 ay. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Hopefully everybody's able to see this because, well, it's happening. Ready? 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 Okay. Well, that's not so bad at first glance, actually. Good Lord, this thing weighs like 15 pounds. Okay. Okay. So let's see what we got going on here. Just at the initial external, guys, this knife is comically heavy. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so weight-wise, that's the 7.22 ounces. Ay, 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 ay. That's a heavy little knife right here. This thing is just one solid chunk of metal, which is, yeah. Cedric A to Gear and Outdoors. Yes, another tip down carry flipper. That's pretty much what this box does. So, just looking at it immediately, there are serious joys just already, and that's without even having popping open the blade. Sorry, the weight of this guy is still killing me. This is incredible. So, immediately I'm seeing this little area right here, which is where the dog gnawed on this for a little while here, which is pretty spectacular, right? Maybe they were trying for an orange peel or something. They didn't quite make it happen, so that's pretty excellent. The other thing that I don't know that I can express to you guys how sharp the inside of these liners are. Entertainingly enough, one of my knife gripes, the one that went live just today, talked about how sharp, you should only have one sharp edge per knife, and unfortunately this is a very, very sharp corner. Here, I'll see if I can show this off a little bit. Let's use this. There we go. The inside of this liner is actually a reasonable cutting tool. Can see here, which is pretty impressive. Yeah. Clear that little bit of crapola off there. So, yeah, already there's a great deal of joy here. I guess we got to open it up, right? It'll got one sharp edge at least, yeah. Okay. That's... Holy pocket pecker, Batman. Look at the freaking... flipper tab on this guy. That's impressive. But you know what? I gotta say, I mean, and I keep saying this is, yeah, there's a little blade play. I can live with that. This is at some level awful and at another level surprisingly not terrible. So, good Lord, that's lock sticky. Pop this open. Yeah, I mean, the action on this is okay. I mean, it's strongly spring assisted here. I mean, seriously, strongly spring assist. Here, all. Well, okay, because the handle's so heavy, it just kind of bound up here. Because this handle is, oh my God, heavy. The lockup appears to be 1 or 2% here. Maybe 2%, like the milk. Oh, okay, it moves over to 50% if you actually flip it out there, which is itself fairly confusing and concerning, shall we say. Once you pop it open, the liner is actually very, very sharp, which is another great cutting tool, certainly. You can see here. Do a little bit of carving with the liner on it. That's nice. They're giving you many edges for your money, which is pretty excellent. Ergonomically speaking, this is like, well, this is like grabbing a gym sock full of lit firecrackers. You know, it's yeah, it's really, really unpleasant because you get like 3 hot spots off of this guy. That's good. Steve Milk says, these people watch a Knife Gripes episode and then make these just to piss me off. Yeah, that's probably the case. Centering is not particularly. It's about, you know, it's not terrible. Is it not terrible? I don't actually think it's quite touching. No, it's not quite touching on this side. It's certainly not scented, though. Oy, oy, oy. That's impressive. Now, that said, they have a sharpening choil here. They didn't quite nail the sharpening choil, because you can see there's this little smile down here. Oi. It is actually relatively thin behind the edge here. Let's see if it cuts. What's this sheet of paper? Do I care? No. Okay, it will mostly cut. Come on. It's not bad. I've had duller edges out of the box, so okay, that's not terrible. Now I'm throwing water everywhere. Don't mind me. It's almost as nice as the Grimsmo. That's certainly an opinion that you have. We'll put it that way. But we're seeing some very classic crappy knife. Oh, God, look, the dog has been chewing on this more in this little area right here. There are all these little gashes, and I'm wondering how they legit did that. Like, what's up with that? Oy, oy, oy. Okay. You know, I gotta be honest, guys, I'm a little disappointed. This could be way crappier than it is right now. And so, well, this is cool. It's got like a one-sided compound grind. Like, so you can see here that it's trying to do the whole compound grind thing a little bit. Like this right here, the CKF Duke is a compound grind knife. And so you can see there's one grind, and it's trying to do that here, but it's not quite it's not quite cutting the mustard. And indeed, the grind is very asymmetrical. You can see here on this side, it goes much further that way, and yeah. So that's pretty. It's pretty excellent. The speed holes, of course, another one of my knife gripes. The clip is kind of interesting in that it doesn't seem to have bend past here, so it's kind of strange. Whoa. The lock stick on this is substantial. Here, listen to this. Oh, yeah. That's some lock stick right there. The tip down only left side carry is pretty excellent. You know, I'm not a big fan of left sided tip down only carry, but if you are a lefty and prefer tip down, which makes you like the 1% of the 10%, then have fun. Oh, God, the sharpness of this guy. Even the freaking torque screws are sharp. They've all got these little burrs off the top of them there. This entire knife is just like, it's meant, I think, because you can just throw this at pretty much anything. And some surface, even throw it closed, and some surface is going to cut whatever it is you're doing here. Your flipper tab itself is nice and sharp here. So the flipper tab is a very effective cutting tool. That's pretty excellent. Yellow Deckage is asking, is that the right side or the left side? Well, the thing is, the clip is mounted for right side carry, but it's a flipper knife, and so the blade needs to be against your pocket. So actually, in tip down position, this is a left side carry only knife, which is pretty excellent. Hooper45 is asking, is Nick naked for this one? Sadly, I cannot fuel your fantasies there, Hooper, but nice try. Trust me, there's enough embarrassment right here without me being naked, too. Yeah. Okay. Good God. Every time I grip this, it attacks my hand. It's pretty excellent here. Yeah. Just a shirt. No, there There are shorts too, don't worry. Jackasses. Belly reveal, please. Guys, why are you trying to see me naked here? I'm trying to show you a terrible knife. Get your minds out of the gutter, or at least into a different gutter. Let's put it this way here. So this is a ballistic knife, not the kind that, like, fires out, although actually, I imagine after enough flips, the blade will come firing out of this guy. But this is Mtech's ballistic brand, which is not very good, but none of what they make is. The steel here is stainless steel. It is, again, designed by some Chinese guy named USA, and it is handcrafted in China, as always, the MT-A927. Do not buy this knife, I will say, for the first time. Now, okay, so now that we've established that although this is a terrible knife, in a variety of ways, the fact that it's got your sharpen flipper tab, that it's got your sharpened every other damn thing, the fact that the dog has apparently been gnawing on it a little bit at the factory, which is weird because they shouldn't have dogs at factories that gnaw on titanium, unless it's like the mechanical hound or something, which is creepy in a very different level. But, you know, at some level, it's probably functional. Let's see here. Yeah, seems to work. The lockup is safe-ish. The flipping action deploys, and the knife will actually cut things, at least for a moment or two. And so that's good at least. But probably the work is gnawing on it. Considering I think this is entirely some variety of metal, yeah, probably not. I don't know. Who knows? The thumb stud shop. That's a great question. Let's find out, shall we? Thumb stud. Sharpness test. No, actually, the thumb studs are not sharp, and the blade spine is not either. So it's clear that USA, whoever was making this, that's because they overbuffed the blade. So if we look very carefully here, we can see that they've disappeared. There's a lot of this has disappeared. Like, this probably was originally a sharp line, but because they spent like an hour and a half at the buffing wheel, then, you know, that's why this blade isn't sharp somehow. Unfortunately, they failed to overbuff the rest of it, and so they've got themselves a little bit of a problem. Maybe. I'm trying to figure out still how on earth they've managed to have the dog chew on this. Yeah, that just doesn't make any freaking sense. I was thinking it might be related to how they did the brushing. Yeah, send it back to have the thumb stud sharpened. Oh, that's beautiful. But looking at this in terms of, as far as crappy knives go, I mean, my biggest objection to this is that I'm already tired from holding this up on the screen. For those of you who missed it, this knife comes in at 7.22 ounces, which is very, very impressive. Your Spyderco buoys at 4.3, throw on a Norseman, then you can finally beat that. The Grimsmo Norseman here is coming in at 5.0. I mean, the Rask, like 3. So basically, you've got like a Sleesh and a Rask in your pocket all at once with this guy, although with little lower quality, that's for sure. Okay, Never Gonna says, cast steel done poorly will leave that behind. Are you sure it's not a knife-shaped paperweight? That's actually a really good point. That might be the best approach to this knife. Because, okay, here we go. We're going to do some... everybody complains that I don't do enough testing on my channel. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some testing. This right here is a piece of paper. This right here is a paperweight. Oh, look at that. It even left a detent in the paper there. And now we got to get some wind. So let's go ahead and fire up the good old fan. Yeah. Look at that. Very effective as a paperweight. See, right there, Nick Shabazz functionality testing. Tip down paperweight. Ay. Taking the channel into new pastures. Oh, this one should be put out the pasture. Let's try it in the pocket here, because that's going to be spectacular. Okay. So, the thumb studs, in addition to not being sharp, which, you know, is good, they stick way the heck out there. You can see here that the thumb studs actually stick past the body of the knife in every domain here. And that's not super stellar for a variety of reasons. But the biggest of them is that as I tried to put that in my pocket, it immediately grabbed the thumb stud. The problem with grabbing the thumb stud in a tip-down carry knife is that if the thumb stud gets grabbed, the knife pops out. And then because it's on your left side, luckily it's facing outwards. So, I don't know if there's an artery on the other side from the femoral artery, but at the very least, you're going to be losing some meat there. And you never want to lose any meat. And so that's not a great affair. And so it's got that nice, it's kind of like the Emerson Wave, except it's when you put it into your pocket, it automatically springs the knife open into your leg. So that's not stellar. I'll go on ahead and say that. Yeah. Oy, 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 oy. The fact that they've got such a generous sharpening choil and still screwed it up is beautiful. The deep carry clip I have to comment on for a second here because you can see that this falls into a common trap with deep carry clips. The screws are sufficiently prominent that you can't actually get it all the way in there, and so instead, it's still fairly shallowish in terms of carry. But it's a little unpleasant. Oh, there were lots of really painful comments involving missing meat going on here. Eric Holiday says there are so many ways this knife can hurt you. Yes, indeed. It's certainly a danger to itself and others, mostly others. Hey, look, I think the insides of this blade hole. Yeah, that's nice and sharpened, actually. Yeah, nice. So that way it gives like secondary cutting. There you go. Ay, 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 ay. Speed holes indeed. As if you'd have to be on speed in order to enjoy these holes. Z Hunter compare. Oh, of course. Z Hunter comparison. Yeah, so right here is the Z Hunter. And so we can see here that, I got to admit, at some level, the Mtech here is a better knife. And that's okay, though. The Z Hunter is really not designed to be a good knife, at least in my channel's estimation. It does not have a combo edge, which is beautiful. The only serrations are right here in your finger area. And so that way, if you ever need to cut something like rope or something, all you need to do is get in here and then you can start sawing. There we go. And you've sawed a nice little hole into whatever you're cutting. So that kind of gives you the best of both worlds in a lot of ways. You get yourself a nice straight edge blade, as well as a serration sort of saw thing. Like, you don't have to carry your Leatherman with the saw, which is just beautiful. So, yeah, that's pretty excellent there. Ay, 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 hold on, just gotta ban a couple of people. There we go. Adios. So, yeah. Oh, man. The fact that functions as a saw is just a beautiful thing. You don't cut rope with serrations? Well, you're welcome to do whatever you'd like there. Let's see here. I kind of want to take this apart. I'm going to be honest with you. I really do. I think it's going to be Loctited shut. Most of these Mtech pieces of crap are, but you know what? I need to try. I really need to try. Come here. Sorry about all the buffering there, guys. Unfortunately, YouTube is not up to the task this evening, it appears. Ay, ay, ay. Nope. There is not a tool that I own that fits this, which is in many ways disappointing. Yeah. In this video, Nick tortures himself for raw pleasure. I'm really sorry about the buffering issues here. Be careful you don't cut your screwdriver in half. Yes, indeed. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, and there were other fit and finish fouls left and right. I mean, for instance, okay, look at this. Look at this little bit of joy right here. You can see that it's got this extra jimping in the back there, which is fine. It's actually not a bad idea for a flipper to have a little bit of texturing back here. The buffering is more pleasant than looking at the knife. Oh, that's beautiful. But you can see here that it's got all these little areas of jimping here, but none of the jimping actually aligns. Like there's some alignment here, but then the jimping is wider than the cuts in the line is there, which is not unexpected, shall we say, but is also not pretty excellent. So yeah, that's pretty stellar. Ay, ay, ay. Guys, this is This sure is a thing of beauty right here. 100% other size comparisons, of course, we got to go with your Spyderco Delica, your Spyderco Swish, I'm trying to say it correctly, Bowie, your Grimsmo Rask, which, basically same idea here, right? All metal frame, well, that's a liner lock. Oh, man. Fancy. 1 drop of nano oil will fix it. Yeah, let's try oiling it up a little bit. So it's running absolutely 100% on Teflon. Actually, the closest comparison I've got, speaking of unnecessary Teflon washes, is probably this little guy right here. And if I had to bet, I'd say this is what they were ripping off. This right here is the Hinderer MP1. And so you can see that they're really, I think that there's a little bit of cross-contamination here. The MP1 is a frame lock. This guy is a liner lock. And, they've done some slightly different things with the texturing here, but I feel like there's definitely some inspiration going on here. They share the Teflon washes. The Hinderer deploys slightly less reliably. This guy is assisted here. And I say that just because of Hinderer's detents, which are not stellar. Ay, why the Teflon? You're killing me, Rick. Why? And yeah, how's the edge grind? Slightly asymmetrical. Not like Benchmade Anthem bad, but asymmetrical, 100%. Oh yeah, I was going to try and lube this guy up a little bit. Use a little bit of your 10-bait nano oil. Actually, I'll use the 5 here. And apply a little of that to the Teflon. Come on now. There we go. There we go. Actually, that kind of improved the action substantially. Although now it's bleeding oil everywhere, because I think the oil is trying desperately to get off of this knife. Vinyl Scratch says, and the oil you applied costs more than the knife. Well, the scary thing about this is that because I belong to this crappy Knife of the Month club, this cost me $17.95, which is hilarious because this knife actually costs probably like maybe a buck, maybe $1.50, something about that. Yeah. So, Joshua Wilk says, Nick, the Birdshot IV channel has said some pretty positive things about Mtech Knives, despite their obvious drawbacks. Any thoughts about that? Yeah. So, here's the deal. Mtech, this is a Tac Force. Oh, this is the first Mtech I've gotten, although I consider them to be basically the same thing. They're probably made by the same group of 10-year-olds. But whatever it is, I feel like Yellow this might be retailing for $10, but I'm saying it's a $1.50 sort of knife. But Mtech is a company that makes knives that are just on the north side of unsafe. They're not bad in the sense of like the Z Hunter is just bad. The Z Hunter will, if given a chance, try and cut your balls off. It doesn't come up that often, but if it has a shot, it's gonna. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and see this guy just on my bedstand staring at me like, I'm gonna find the way to hurt you. But this guy is not that bad. It's not a good knife. In fact, I would go so far as to call it a bad knife. In terms of fit and finish, for instance, it's pretty terrible. I mean, look at the fit of these liners against here. That's pretty bad. And the fact that it's running on the Teflon washes is pretty ugly. The fact that it's got these sharpened edges, the serrated sharpened the liner there is pretty excellent. The clip is... But the thing is, this is a knife that somebody could use and probably not injure themselves for years. And so that's pretty impressive. Garbage Man Knife Guy says, I'm such a snob. Yeah, absolutely 100%. I kind of am. But the thing is, at a very real level, I paid $17.95 for this freaking knife, and this freaking knife is terrible. The amount of money that you can spend, if you want to pay $17.95, you could get something like your, I think it's Kershaw, your Kershaw Oh So Sweet. Or there are other knives out there. Your Leatherman Skeletool KB, I think, is around that same region. I mean, you can get much better knives. The Rat 2, of course, by Ontario Knife and Tool. This is a good knife. This is a knife that has a lot of benefits. This is a gem. Whereas this guy is a piece of crap. So if you can buy it for like $2 or something, then okay, sure, I guess. You can then throw it at somebody and then they'll get cut on the handle. Oh, nickname the Silver Surfer. Oh, the Silver Suffer. Oh, God, that's incredible, Mac. I love that. Yeah, so if you pick up the Silver Suffer here, you're going to get a much worse knife than you would anywhere else. Maybe that's snobbery, but... Yeah, actually, that's snobbery, but you know what? That's okay. This deserves a little bit of snobbery there. Yeah. Oh, USA, yet another stellar out-the-park design. Okay, hold on a second. Wait a second. Hold on. Just a freaking minute. I'm going to blow the wind. I'm blowing the lid off of this thing. So, take a look at this. This right here, this is the very first crappy knife of the month knife that I bought. And it's a TAC Force here. We can see very clearly it's marked TAC Force, Speedster model. This guy down here is an Mtech. Mtech USA. And I love the fact that it says USA, although on the back it says China. That's pretty ugly in and of itself. But this is a TAC Force, this is Mtech. We are led to believe that these are the same brand, yet, if we look at the back side of this, what we can see here is that this is a, stainless steel, USA design, handcrafted in China. This right here is a stainless steel USA design, handmade in China. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble believing that USA is working for both of these companies and that both of them would mark their knives quite so similarly. So I'm feeling like there's some sort of an unholy alliance between your TAC Force and your Mtech. They're both making terrible knives, 100%. But, yeah, I'm not believing that there's a distinction here, because it sure as hell isn't one in quality. But, yeah, USA, the real MVP. Oh, USA, I've become such a fan of his work. And heck, even Z-Hunter is, what is it here? Custom design China. They're not even pretending to be USA here, though. Ay. They cooperate to destroy the knife community. They're not destroying anything necessarily. They're just destroying people's wallets. So Ronnie Santo is asking me very loudly to de-assist it and see what the action is like. Ronnie, that sounds like a great idea, and I would love to do it. But the problem is, I don't actually have any bits that fit this thing. None of them quite work. Did that work? No. No, that rotates freely in there. And so, unfortunately... Hold on, let me see if, in my vast joy of Allen keys, if I've got something in there. Maybe should have been a little more careful with the finish. Yeah, maybe. It's got to be one of these freaking sizes, right? Yeah, I'm not thinking I'm going to have the key for this. Is that it? Hey, there we go. Actually, this one works. Is it free spinning in there? Come on. Pop loose, you little bugger. There we go. Use a hammer. Yeah, de-assisting it will not go so well with a hammer. Actually, no, it's not free spinning in there. It is going to turn. It's going to rotate. I may yet be able to get this guy open. Hold on. Hold on, guys. This could be excellent. This may be the first time. Maybe that's the key discriminating feature between TAC Force and Mtech. Screws stripping. Stay on target. Stay on target. Can see the liners are coming apart here. Oh, we're so close. Yes, I think we've got it. Hey, hallelujah. Open it a few more times, it'll disassemble itself. Okay, now here comes the real test. Take a look at these Torx-ish screws in the back there. I'm not necessarily believing that those are Torx. They may be, but I'm not necessarily believing it. So, let's see. And... yeah, that absolutely stripped out, 100%. That stripped in a heartbeat there. Come on. This one's coming free. Okay, hey. We got this one. Come on. And let's pop this open. I'm going to move to the other side here. Hey, we got it. We're in. Guys, we're in. It's like one of those hacker movies. Like, oh, I'll just de-attenuate the mainframe placebo and then... jeez. Oh, it tried to kill me, guys. Luckily, I am uninjured. Randy Sweet says skills there, Nick. Yeah, I got no freaking skills whatsoever. Actually, because this is leaking lubrications everywhere, let's go on ahead and, before the moisture hits, put down another mat here. Oh, man. Freaking tries to kill me. Always open assists first. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was not a brilliant man. Well, I am not a brilliant man. I wasn't, but I also continue not to be. But that's okay. Little son of a... God, the hand model's fine. Yeah, you know, I deserve that. If I'm going to make fun of the knife, it should at least get a run at me first, you know? Try and take me out. Ay, ay, ay. Got like 500 knives on the table. And then this. All right, put that there. Switch this over. And I'm just going to roll this guy out here. Very gingerly. All right, so let's look at the internal construction. Let's see what little gems and surprises USA has left behind for us. Ew. That's no freaking good. They appear to be using a variant of the Kershaw Speed Safe system, which is probably not something Kershaw's super jazzed about. Oh, can I not get into there? So, unfortunately, because this screw up here is stripped, I'm struggling. Okay. So they've just put some kind of a heavy grease in there. Yeah, this is actually the same assist system and assist bar, basically, that you see inside the Z-Hunter. Oh, that's nice. The pivot is supported by very, very little right here. There's like a razor's freaking edge. Come on there. Right here. Because they've cut out the pivot area. Oy, oy, oy. Look at that milling, guys. See, it's got some interior milling. Oh, man. After it freaking tried to kill me, now this. Oy, oy, oy. Well, okay. It'll end up worth $500 after I finish cleaning it. No, alas, I am a jackass, not a magician. Let's go ahead and grab the rubbing alcohol here. There's no Chinese word for deburring. Nice. Very nice. It's an emergency cutting surface. Ay, ay, ay. Somebody just asked me, as just an impromptu ask to Nick, as I'm trying to clean this gem up here. So, oh, interesting. The dog has been gnawing on the inside of this knife here. You can see here that there are all these little marks here where the dog's been at it, or more likely the crappy casting's been at it. Ay, ay, ay. Wait, am I going to be able to undo that just by using the scale as a wrench? Maybe. Nice. Either way, yeah, this just keeps getting worse as I take it apart. So, interior-wise, this liner is very, very sharp. I mean, seriously, guys. This is what I'm talking about here. It's hard to demonstrate this over video because, you know, you're not actually able to feel this. But holy crap, is this line sharp. You know, it's probably, yeah, it's probably not going to take a great edge and maintain it for a little while. But then again, there's 8CR13 MOV. Surprise extra blades. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Didn't have a paperweight down, so things blew away. Damn. Okay, this side of it is, oh, the screw, the clip screws are in there. Oh, that's some tolerances right here. Look at the pivot bouncing around in there. Oh, yeah, that's some serious, serious tolerances. Okay, pop this loose here. The tiny little Teflon washes are a joy, as always. I mean, Teflon washes always indicate crapitude. Or what's, oh, is it crapitude? Wait, look at that. Guys, look at this. This is a piece of the Teflon washer. Like, the Teflon washer is attached to this little thing, which means that they didn't even bother to pull off the chunk of Teflon when they machined and or stamped this guy off of there. So it's got this nice little tail on the Teflon here, which is pretty spectacular, I've got to say. Wow. Yeah, I've got to leave that one in there. That's a collector's piece. This little extra tail there. It's like the rat tails that kids in the 90s wore when they thought they were being cool. May or may not have had a rat tail at some point in my life. Don't judge me. Actually, you can judge me. It's fine. Ay, ay, ay. So you got the rat tail Teflon washer. The washer handle. Ay, ay, ay. I am just... That's a level of quality I'm not used to here. We actually have a detent ball. That's nice. So you can see here there's a ball there rather than on the Z Hunter where there's just a little post, which is a step down-ish. I mean, at this point, it's bad enough. Come on. Let's pop this guy loose. I'm hoping there's another rat tail on here for me because that was a nice surprise. Alas, no. Here we go. Oh, the crapitude of this is just excellent. The surface finish on this pivot is just second to pretty much everything. So that's great. And then this liner is just staying together, and even the lock bar is sharp. I mean, seriously. It's an impressive little lock bar there. Remember to reassemble it without the detent. Yeah, sure, actually. It's a good idea there. Alright, let's put it back together. I know a bunch of people are just freaking out about the missing washer. I have a problem with that, apparently. I'm going to go ahead and use the 5-weight nano oil here because I enjoy putting 50 cents worth of oil on a 5-cent knife. But, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and reassemble it. Where'd the stop pin go? Did it have a stop pin? It must have had a stop pin, right? Come on. Where you at, stop pin? There it is. So it is actually a pin, which is nice. You can see it's machined. It's absolutely machined. Whoa there. Although it looks like it's not entirely like round, which is good. Everything about this knife screams I have made poor life decisions. And indeed, I have purchased it. So that tells us something right there. I'm making sure to leave the rat tail on there, and I'm going to see actually maybe if I hook the rat tail into the stop pin, that'll be a nice touch. I don't know. Come on now. There we go. Oh, hold on. The lock up there is now at 800%. Ow. Freaking that oil stabbing me, guys. I got occupational hazards here. Like OSHA would lose their watching this. But that's okay. Okay, now I want to put it back together here, de-assisted. Let's see how this goes. What? Oh. Okay. And our stop pin's out. And the washer's out. Let's lower this down here. The rat tail is making it easy for this washer to go flying around. Much like the rat tails of the 1990s. Shows that you don't take rules from anybody. And here it makes it so. Let's put that on there. Okay. I'm going to tighten this down here first. Sorry I'm missing the chat here, but ay, ay, ay. In case the spring breaks, you can pull start it. Nice. Alright, I'm going to keep trying to tighten this down. The pivot is free spinning, so this may not go super well, but we'll see. Now I'm going to try with my freaking screwdriver go. Guys. Screwdriver. Got it. Ay, ay, ay. Alrighty. Hey, Garak, good to see you. Sure I mispronounced your name. There we go. And let's put this in here. Now we're about to see the unassisted action. Oh, let's see here. Is this going to lock up? No, it's not locking up right now. Okay, I'm hoping, dreaming that maybe it's just a factor of I don't have the pivot in position here. So why... This is interesting. So the knife no longer locks up, which is interesting and different. The reason for this is undoubtedly the fact that this stop pin here is not exactly circular, which is, well, just not spectacular in and of itself. Yeah, let's use a little bit of tweezer action here to get in here and rotate this stop pin a little bit. See if that'll cure what ails it. No, that didn't do it. Huge amounts of blade play. Likely... Why is this... Why is this not going back together well? I can't even imagine it. Maybe it's because it's a $5 knife designed by USA. Someday I'm going to meet like USA at Blade Show, and he'll just cry and cry because I've been so mean to him. And I'm going to feel kind of bad about that. But then I'm going to realize who I'm talking to and ask him why he made such poor life decisions. Ah, there we go. No, we're not logging up still. All right, let's keep trying here. Oh, good Lord, guys. Could I have maybe swapped the washers? There we go. He'll ask why you bought an Mtech. Nice. Ah. No, it's still not logging up. Let's keep rotating that stop pin. Maybe we'll find the sweet spot. I don't know that this thing has a spot that is sweet. Come on. No, not quite. All right, I'm going to try loosening these back pots. Maybe that's my issue here. He says rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic here. Maybe that's my issue, yeah. Couldn't be that the knife's a piece of crap. Nah, that's not the problem. Nope. It's the back screws. 100%. I have the right side Teflon washer on the left side. Maybe. Oh, the pivot screw is stripping here, guys. We're running out of time, and it's now sufficiently tight. Did I... You didn't make the rat tail longer. Ay, ay, ay. Nick, do you do potties? What, this isn't potty enough for you there, buddy? Ay, ay, ay. That would be entertaining, though. Just show up to a party with an overhead projector. Let's be real here, half the people in... Okay, guys. So every so often, as I'm working on anything, magic will happen. Magic will truly happen. And magic just happened right there. I really hope that that wasn't like Buffett out of there. Because what just happened is I had unscrewed this piece here. And I knocked on this side of the knife to try and free that screw up there. But the problem is, when I did that, the screw on the side I was knocking came flying out of there. Which is magic. Let's just be real here. I am amazed. And that screw had not been coming loose earlier because it had been all stripped out. So we have been touched today by true magic, which is frightening. Because if that's the amount of magic I'm having in this upcoming week, oi. In fact, G Much is saying, stop saying oi, 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 right as I'm saying oi, oi, oi. You have to tap my foot. Cover it in red Loctite and be done with it. Maybe the speed holes are clogged. You know, that's as good a bet as anything here. Oh, and it tries again. Look at that. The washer has now warped itself, which is just great. Why is this no longer working? I mean, why did it ever work is perhaps maybe a better question. Here, I'll rotate the stop pin. Maybe that'll help us out here. Ay, ay, ay. What am I doing? Come on. Go, you little bastard. This is just a train wreck here, guys. You just can't look away. Oh, Now it locked up, but now it's on top of the stop pin. Come on, stop pin. No, don't come loose, you little jackass. I've now officially put more labor into this knife than it was ever gonna be worth. Like, I should be billing this crappy knife provider for the amount of time required. Come on. Get in there. Go. Go. There we go. Alright. And while I'm at it, I'm going to flip the washers. I'm going to put the rat tail down here, because maybe that was my issue. Yeah, maybe that's my issue. I think my issue started when I ordered this knife, and has just proceeded on a pretty even trajectory throughout. The issue is just getting better and better. Leave out the stop pin, problem solved. Indeed, that is... Whoa there. That is certainly one approach to solving this problem. Come on. Is my stop pin gone? No, but now my... This is out of there. Oh, guys and gals, whatever. This is just not going so hot here. Let's put the magical screw back in there as the knife tries to disassemble itself. Okay. And the stop pin is in there, but then now the lock bar is above the blade. So, let this be a continuing lesson for you all that when you buy a cheap knife, one of the things that you get is a harder time. Oh, damn it. Now the stop pin has managed to come itself out. Oh, just forget it. No, now it's a matter of, it's the principle of the thing. Usa will not defeat me. Look at that. Guys, the stop pin's post is literally bent. This is just... Like, there have been many, throughout history, there have been many perspectives on the cause of suffering in human life. And that's fine, it's a part of the human condition. But I feel like none of them have adequately addressed this knife. Because this knife is certainly... Okay, good. Okay, if I have it in there like this, it's locking up now. Okay, I gotta get this pivot on here. I gotta get this in here real quick, like... come on. There we go. Alright, I think I'm gonna be able to get the pivot in here. Super glue the washers to the blade and it will have Norseman false shut capabilities. Oh god, now the pivot's stripping though, guys. We're on a clock here. This may be the last time we can ever get this knife back together. Let's tighten this down here. Oh, this is gonna be... This is touch and go, guys. Like, I'm picturing the little clock from 24 in the corner, like, tick, tick, tick. Because, yeah. This is getting pretty rough here. There we go. Yeah, okay, it's locking up. Good. Tighten this down. Damn it, now the stop pin has come out. That's why it's locking up. Because the stop pin's in the process of falling out. There we go. Come on, get in there, you little bastard. There we go. It's in. Okay, stop pin is back in. Tragedy averted. Well, no. The thing is still a tragedy. I think it's mad. Yeah, I have indeed just succeeded in making this thing angry. 1,000% lockup. No, it's more like 0% lockup at this point. Come on, no, it's done. It's not. Now it's not locking up again. So I'm starting to suspect that maybe what's gone on here is that the stop pin actually needs to be slightly unseated in order... Did it lock up? In order for this to be able to lock. That could be it. What if I rotate the blade back and forth? Does that make it lock up? No. No, it does not. put it in the boat and set it on fire. I don't think this guy deserves a Viking funeral. I'm going to be honest with you here. All right, so you know what we're going to do here? I'm going to do something that I never recommend to my viewership. It's going to be a bad idea. Send it back to Mtech. Yes, I will absolutely do that, and thus spend more money on postage than this knife is actually worth. Okay, let's see if I can pop this guy loose. I'm trying not to undo those rear scale screws. Ah, well, those are at least coming loose. It's doing kind of a fashionable pose right here. Okay. So one solution to lockup issues is to modify the lockup. Now let's see if I can do this. Come here, freaking toolbox. All right. If this is as insufficiently heat treated as I suspect it is, damn it. Let's see here one more time. It's mostly just removing the rust on there. Damn. So I can't even file it off on there. Oh, yoy, yoy. And now my stop pin is gone. May have gone into my clothing, which is not great. And I got other issues. Oh boy, do I have other issues. Come on, stop pin. Where'd you go? Maybe it like applied for refugee status someplace. Like it desperately doesn't want to go back into that knife and therefore has run away. All right. Come on now. I can't find this little guy. It's case closed. Anybody see it? Toad sticker asks. It says junk. You think? Yeah, unfortunately. I use my flashlight here, but we may have reached a... Oh, here it is. Got it. All right. I'm going to be right back, guys. Here we go. It's freaking time. Crisis averted. Face reveal on the tweezers. Yeah, probably a little. Have fun. When the going gets tough, the tough screw up knives with dremels. Let's grab ourselves a wheel here. This is not something I recommend that you ever do with a knife, by the way. Modifying the lockup on a knife will not only void its warranty, but will make it... This is turning it into an all-nighter. Yeah. Gotta use a light touch here. I wouldn't want to injure this guy. Always use eye protection. I'm wearing eyeglasses, so I'm okay, but be careful with this, guys. Any knife makers in the room sitting there aghast? Ideally. Remember, you are not qualified to do this. I am not qualified to do this. But hopefully, it'll do the trick. Okay. Man, this stop pin is freaking terrible. Like I just want to epoxy it in there. So our problem is just solved. I carburized the frame. Yeah, no. I think I've removed a little material. Let's see. Come on. that freaking stop pin in there. Ah, you little bugger. All right, give it some more love. Definitely removing some material there. Give it some more love, yeah. Would you say this is closer to a $500 custom or production knife or a $1,000 custom? You know, it really depends on the custom maker. I've seen a couple where, yeah, I think it's remarkably close. I should probably just be using a cutoff wheel and turn this thing into a friction folder, but actually here, I can modify the lockup a little bit as well. Oh, I went to grab a piece of fuzz off the washer and forgot it was attached. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more lockup modification here. Bust out the big guns. So what I've seen, somebody just said, from what I've seen so far, this is going to be a gem, right? You got it. Now it's got a detent ramp, which is always nice. Smack it with a hammer. No, thank you. Yeah, so I've put a detent ramp on there, which is hopefully will help a little bit. Now let's go ahead and put it back together and see if I've actually made anything better. Yeah, we'll see. Oh boy, will we see. If this works, I'm going to be very disappointed in myself. Mind you, if it doesn't work, I'm pretty disappointed in myself as well. So, you know, really, the knife is purchased. The case is closed. It's just a question of why I'm disappointed. Disappointed. Action improved 1,000%. Realize that 1,000 times 0 is still 0. Nick Shabazz Custom. Ay, ay, ay. Everybody always asks, Nick, are you going to become a knife maker? Well, here we go, guys. Custom Mtech modifications. Can become the fanatic edge of Mtechs. Oh, damn it. Now the lock bar is past. We've got a little bit of an issue here. We've got roughly 150% lock up. There we go. And there went the stop pin. And there went my Allen key. Ah, guys. Oh, guys. There we go. One more time with feeling. Okay. Now we got to coerce the stop pin home. Come on, stop pin. You want to go home. You freaking know you want to go home, stop pin. I know, you're not linear. You've had a bad go of it. You got some issues. Maybe some daddy issues. I don't know, the stop pins have daddies. Whatever they've got issues. Come on, go home. It's okay. I like you there. There we go. Okay, good. We're in. All right. His home is in the garbage. Hey, this stop pin is trying his best, okay, guys? You know it's bad when Nick is courting Happy Gilmore. Oh, next thing you know, Bob Barker's going to show up and kick the crap out of me. All right. So we got our pivot in here. Got our stop pin in. We don't still know if this thing's going to lock up, so let's not have any celebrations. I will never be as skilled as USA. Oh, Brian, you're witnessing a train wreck in slow motion. And the birth of the very first Nick Shabazz custom knife. Ah, you bastard. Guys, I don't think it took. I think I'm going to need to take off more there. Which is amazing. Put this last screw in, just pretending for a second that that's better. And it's still a piece of crap. Yeah, indeed. I'm really, this is just persistence here. I'm I'm dreaming. Did it lock? It locked! Oh, for a moment. If I give it enough, like, whip, like, really, then it almost locks up, but then it immediately fails. So, yeah. Do I have blade? Oh, I got blade play. Let me tighten it down a little bit, see if that helps the geometry. He says, the spring. Yeah, the spring is meant to be taken out of there, guys. Give it enough wrist action to send it to the moon, indeed. Okay. Maybe? Is that going to be any better? Like, I am literally, like, 4 feet away swinging this. Like, it either is going to lock up or it's going to go flying through that wall there. Should be a problem. No one's on the other side of that, right? No. Okay, we're good. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Even my detent ramp didn't help. Why is this not even... I'm now looking at the details of the terrible lockup to see if I can figure out... Let's see if I can let you guys in on this joy here. Stop beating the stop pin. He's already had a bad enough time. Oh, guys. There's now a pray for Nick hashtag going on in the chat. Sorry to say that I don't even think that can help me at this point. Let's see here one more time. I'm going to give this one more shot, guys. I just haven't been aggressive enough. I need to just remove a crap ton more. Beating a dead knife. Ay, ay, ay. This knife was kind of DOA. Although, actually, the sad thing is, like, it was okay-ish. Like, you know, it was alive, but it wasn't doing so swinging. Like, its days were numbered anyways. There we go. There goes my stop pin. Whatever, close enough. All right. It's time for a custom Nick Shabazz regrind. Of the lock face. First time I've ever worked on a lock, actually. Gotta put that detent ramp back on there. There we go. I can do a little better than that. I'd like to highlight just how bad this steel is here. Welded open, fixed blade. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Oy, oy, oy. Actually, I'm going to give it a little bit more love. There we go. All right. See, that's the beautiful thing about YouTube, is it allows me to make this mistake very, very publicly. Which is probably not good. I kind of suspect the lockup is now going to be about 1,000%, but you know what? That's okay. I can live with that. Ah. Come on. Slide past, you little bastard. Ah. Okay. Ah. There are 199 people in this room right now watching me struggle here. I should probably be a little bit embarrassed. But that's okay. I'm being very, very careful here with the blade. The way I'm holding this knife is not a brilliant approach. I'll be honest with you there. In other words, I'm doing something stupid. It's basically what that announcement was. Okay, I'm going to try and put that there. I've given up on lubrication because that's no longer my issue. drop that onto there. Okay, stop pin. Work with me here. You want to go home? Hey, it's home. Okay, good. Now I gotta get the pivot in there before this decides it's gonna not. Okay, good. It's not locked, but it's lock-ish. Ronnie Santo is officially apologizing for causing this. No. It's okay. And the funny thing is, I'm going to get all kinds of commenters on here like, oh my God, like, people who just find this video like, oh my God, you can't even take apart a knife? And they're just going to be completely... And all the knife makers who've ever dismissed my opinions are going to be using this as proof that I don't know what I'm talking about, which, is not unreasonable. Wait, I think it's locked up, guys. I think this knife is locked up. Hold on. I got to confirm this. If I've pulled this off, then I feel like this knife might be locking up. Maybe I'm crazy. This is why Medford won't let me take his knives apart, says some jackass. Oh my God. Yeah, I can see it. Like right now, this is what Sal Glesser woke up with in nightmares for years and years before changing the warranty policy. Okay, there's significant lock rock. That's okay. It's locking up, guys! Holy crap! I did it! Wow! This is incredible! I am... Well, no, I'm not going to say I'm a brilliant man because I bought this knife. But I managed my very first live knife modification. Oh! Well, okay. It's locking-ish up. Here, let me give it a little bit more arm here. Well, it was locking up. It locked up very briefly. Like, oh my God, it locked. Yeah, let's see if I can give this a little more love. Where's my pry bar? There we go. Perfectly secure lockup. There we go. Is a repair really a modification? There's no quite such a thing as a repair here, I feel like. This is like... It's more like, I don't know, crime scene cleanup or something. There we go. Well, with like a... Yeah, this is, by the way, guys, a really great... This is a really great example. Cool. So we managed to get both a little bit of lock rock and an insecure lockup, which is pretty excellent. But this is a really, really good approach. Yeah, this is a pry bar by the Enigma by Rat Bastard Tools. Anyways, this is a really great example, by the way, of why you don't want to ever modify the locking components of your knife, because even if you think that you're doing a good job of it, you're probably not. So let this be a lesson to you. Benchmade says send it out anyways. Says Vinyl Scratch. That's excellent. Okay, so yeah, basically, it is now securely locked up. Right at about 50%, which is just a perfect lockup. You can see here it is absolutely solid. The flipping action is... If I flip it from across the room here, if I just use my finger... Come on. It almost gets to a completely deployed position. Here, I'm going to use as much arm as I possibly can here. There we go. Go back to my softball days. Beer league, not like actual sport. And then with a little bit of encouragement from my little buddy, the Rat Bastard here, it's locking up pretty solid. And if I were to just apply a little bit of epoxy down into there, I would have myself a sheathless fixed blade, which is pretty nice. I don't know, this could be a whole new domain of pocket knife construction. It's like a friction folder, except you require a pry bar to put it in place. So yeah, spot weld it with the liner lock. Ay, ay, ay. So anyways, guys, that is my Mtech Ballistic fixed blade, which is compactly folds in some situations. Oh, the centering is now way worse. That's cool. Pretty excellent. Wait, did it just lock? Nope, never mind. See, this is why I didn't have my fingers in the way. Ay, ay, ay. Knife makers, I'm more than willing to license out this new design for the pry bar assisted fixed blade. Whenever you guys are interested, my licensing fees will be very reasonable, to the extent that anything I've ever done is reasonable at all. And there we go. Actually, while we're at it, see, Peter Resenti, it's that freaking easy. Sorry, couldn't resist. But yeah, it's more dangerous to the user than anything else. No, it's perfectly secure once you pry it open. Yeah. Actually, that did do a very nice job of deburring that. It's okay, he has chamfered things, but, yeah. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, now it's just Bird. Okay, never mind. But not like Frankie and Bird. Bird like past tense. B-U-R-R-E-D. Whatever. It's a hand-rubbed satin. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, see, I just need to anodize it and we'll be all set here. No, it turns out it wasn't actually secure even with the pry bar in place. But luckily, that's why it's got this big flipper tab. That way there's friction from your hand. Ay, ay, ay. Well, guys, that was a journey. Let's just be real here. It was a 71, holy crap, 71 minutes. That was a 71-minute journey with 200 people in here. Holy crap. Let's see if I can crank this a little bit further over there. Yeah, there we go. Now we're locked up. Yeah, it's hardcore. This is just, yeah, I guess you could say I went ballistic on this knife. The Nick Shabazz Dremel has gone, did it freaking grab? Yeah, it did. It freaking bit me. The little bastard freaking bit me. Look at that. Ay, ay, ay. Never, ever, ever, I'm going to end on a cautionary tale, like a the more you know sort of thing. You should never, even if you own a Dremel, especially if you own a Dremel, you should never be trying to modify the lockup on a knife that you own unless you are the knife maker or a knife maker. Because that's a way to damage things. That's a way to end up with a knife like this that flips out and appears to be locked up, but doesn't actually. That's a bad thing. So, kids, adults, if you're watching at home, don't be like Nick Shabazz. Actually, it's pretty good advice in life just in general, but particularly here. Don't do what I just did. It's dumb as hell. But that's okay. I paid $19 for this, 17 or whatever. Just dumb as hell. Ay, ay, ay. What a joy this was. Hope this has been interesting to you guys, that you learned nothing at all, because you should never freaking do this. Do none of this. This is bad. And mostly, though, I hope that you have yourselves an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. And, yeah. What do I do with this thing now? Light it on fire or something. Boat anchor. There you go. Have a good one, everybody. Good night.